Good morning, Saints. So this is the Bible study for April 22nd. We're going to do Revelation chapter 13 first, and then we'll do Judges on another video because it's also a long chapter. So Revelation chapter 13 describes two powerful beasts, one rising from the sea representing oppressive political powers, and one from the earth symbolizing deception, spiritual authority. Together they lead people away from God, demanding loyalty through fear, control, and false worship. It introduces the famous mark of the beast, a sign of allegiance to worldly systems instead of God. How we can relate today is that even though we have influences in the world that try to pull us away from God, that we must stay loyal. They pressure us to go away in our thinking, meaning some kind of political movement, whether that be what you think about abortion, what you think about whatever it is. And especially those things relating to hating people based on a political alignment, or even aligning yourself so politically that you are warped in your thinking, that you would like to hurt other people, or you know that their stuff is not even aligned with God at all. Okay, so, and also that it causes us to have courage to stay true and faithful with our values when societal pressures. We need to stay alert, choose integrity, and put our trust and heart and mind and everything into God. All right, so Revelation chapter 13, the beast out of the sea. The dragon stood on the seashore. I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns, which represent the strength and coalition of a bunch of powerful rulers and kings and kingdoms aligning themselves, and 7 heads, which are the successful rulers that will oppress the people, with 10 crowns on his head, which are the authority and sovereignty, historic empires of sovereignty. And on each head a blasphemous name, which represents defiance against God and corruption. The beast I saw resembled a leopard, but had feet like those of a bear and a mouth like that of a lion, which also represents the empires, historic empires. The dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and great authority. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. People worshiped the dragon because it had been given authority to the beast. And they also worshiped the beast and asked, "Who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it?" The beast was given a mouth to utter proud words and blasphemies, and to exercise its authorities for 42 months. It opened its mouth to blaspheme God and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. It was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. All inhabitants of the earth will worship the beast, all whose names have not been written in the Lamb's book of life. The Lamb who was slain from the creation of the world. Whoever has ears, let them hear. If anyone is to go into captivity they will go. If anyone is to be put to sleep with the sword they will be put to sleep. This calls for patience, endurance, and faithfulness on the part of God's people, the beast out of the earth. Then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. It exercised all the authority of the first beast on its behalf, and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose fatal wound had been healed. And it performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to the earth in full view of the people. Because of the signs, it was given power to perform on behalf of the first beast. It deceived the inhabitants of the earth. It ordered them to set up an image in order of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. It ordered them to set up an image in order. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, it ordered them to set up an image in honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. The second beast was given power to give birth or breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be to be put to sleep. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man. That number is 666. Imperfection, human rebellion, systemic rebellion. So, in most commentary, it says that the mark of the beast is not literally a mark, but it is a mindset and a heart set of rebellion against God and all that God represents. And anyone who follows these systemic political or systemic ideologies, that is how you know if you have been left, if you have received that mark, or you are in that category. You will know, because your mind will be, in other people's words, warped. Okay, so it's not about Donald Trump. A lot of people think that a fatal wound. He didn't have a fatal wound. He had a mere scar, but this one will be wounded, and it will be as if it is mortal to kill this person. That it would have been something that they would have died or something like that, but they lived. And this also is about a mindset that is going on right now. A lot of people are rebelling against God, and this is going to get even worse as we go along. And again, Revelation is not in chronological order, so it may speak of the church still being here from the beginning, middle, and the end, even though it might say that the church left at this point. So we just got to read it and pray and ask for discernment. And I will go into commentary like when I did with the beast, what it represented, the horns and everything like that, sovereignty. So what this is going to be an alliance of very ruthless, oppressive rulers that's going to be coming against the people of God near this period of time. So anyway, sorry, I just got off a midnight shift. We're going to get ready to go into Judges chapter 3. All right, God bless you. Read this word for yourself, because in it, God might give you some even more interpretation or even more wisdom on it that you might need for people around you to be secure in who they are, or to make their allegiance to God and make their commitment to God, and maybe turn from a direction they're in. So read the word so you can share it. And please share these videos as best you can with others, because it also spreads the gospel. And I'm doing a little bit of interpreting, but mostly reading the word. So just read the word for yourself. All right, God bless you. Next video, and then the inspiration for the day will be on next.